Peace and blessings, everyone. Welcome to the Humble Servant Homestead, guys. Today I am standing right here in an area that whenever it rains, it gets floods out. Okay. Now today, what I'm going to be working on here on the homestead today is digging two trenches, one for this spot over here and also one for that spot, and then I'm gonna come on in with some drain pipes to send the water on down that way, because that is the direction that the water is running. Now with no further ado, I'm gonna show you guys around what's going on, and then we'll come back and then we'll get to digging our trench to lay our pipe. Okay guys, and so right here in this area here, as you can see, whenever it rains, the water comes right here and it sits. Now one of the reasons for us taking care of this is because we do have a little pathway down here and it stays wet, and so we want to go ahead and take care of that. And nonetheless, you think about all the mosquitoes and everything that can be bred up inside of this here. And speaking of mosquito, I'm going to bring you guys a little bit closer. Look at, well, I don't know if you can see it, but those little tiny specks right there, you see them moving? Those are mosquito larvae. Now, I'm glad I'm coming down here. This is actually my first time seeing these larvae in this water here. Pretty sure they've been here, but we're going to take care of this problem here today. All right. And so right over here is where we have the other puddle, and that's why I have to dig two trenches. But I'm going to see if I can go ahead and at least knock one out today, maybe 1.5 or 2. We'll see what happens. Now my tool of choice that I will be using is my shovel, and also I have a spade right here. Now that is going to be my tool of choice for today, and if I need anything else, maybe a pickaxe or something like that, I will run up and grab one. All right, stay tuned guys. We're about to get into doing some work, some digging. Okay, so first I'm just gonna go ahead and draw a line where I want my pipe to pretty much run out. So I see about right in that area. Now I'm going to go ahead and start digging right here in this area first, and once I start digging and I get lower, all that water should start draining out. That way we can go ahead and get rid of all this water that we have in that area there. Guys, look at that. Y'all can see that water running, and that right there is what we want. We need this area right here to free up of all sitting water and take you guys on over here so you guys can see that water moving. Look at that. And so right now, excuse my shadow, and so right now, look at that. You can see all that water that was sitting in this area is now gone. And that right there is exactly what we want. So just stay tuned. Let me go ahead on over here and finish digging, and I'll see you guys shortly once I get through digging. All right, so stay tuned. Okay guys, and so I have this trench dug out pretty far, looking good. Now I'm gonna go ahead and start digging on up on this point right here and burst that little puddle so it can go ahead and run on out. All right, so here I go. Okay guys, and there she goes. Finally got her pulled. She is pulled. Look at all that water gushing. And so that is it. All that water is now gone. And that right there is what we're looking for. Okay, and look at it going down. You can see it slowly subsiding. Okay guys, and so that right there is hold one is down. Well, trench one is down. And so what I'm going to do, I'm going to go over there and get started on trench 2. And once I get done and come on in to lay the pipe, I will bring you guys back shortly. So stay tuned. Stay tuned. Okay guys, and so right here we have a 9.5 inch pipe that we will be installing inside of our trench. And yes, we got both of the trench dug out yesterday, and I'll give you a closer look so you guys can see what it is that we are working with here. Now right here, if you can see on this trench, I went ahead and cut it, you know, at an angle so that way that water can pass through it pretty good, instead of having it all the way up. Have it at an angle where that if the water come up to a certain point, it can just run on in. And I'll show you guys how I went about cutting that. All right, and so right here, as you can see, we have these little holes right here drained out pretty good. Still have a little bit of water in it, but what I want to show you right here, how that water is running downhill. Get a little bit closer for you guys. See how that water is running downhill. That right there is exactly what we are looking for. Okay, show you guys over here again. Look at that. That water is coming downhill, and that's what we're looking for right there, guys. All right, so no further ado, let's go ahead and start installing our pipe. Now this pipe right here, I want to say it's right at about 20 feet long. This trench is definitely not 20 feet long, so I'm gonna go ahead, drop it in, and cut off the excess and go ahead and put it onto the other pipe so that way we won't have any waste. All right, so stay tuned, guys. All right, here we go. We're gonna go ahead and drop them on in. Now, as you can see, it is kind of going at an angle, but that should be all right. Voila. Okay, guys, and that right there is in the ground just the way how I wants it. Now right here in this corner, I'm gonna go ahead and take just a little bit of this dirt off. I don't like the way how it's kind of resting on it, but that's coming from because we going in at an angle. Okay, and so far I didn't believe it would take all 20 feet, but actually it did. Okay, thought I would have been able to have to take off some of this dirt, but what I'm going to do, I'm just going to use my shovel, pull it back, and drop a brick right in there, and voila, that's a fix right there. All right. All right, so far looking pretty good. And so let's move on to the next step. Right down there at that corner, I'm going to have to kind of bend the pipe to go around that little bend. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, guys, and so right here I'm trying to get the first pipe that I put in to kind of bend a little bit, having a little bit of hard time with that. But what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to run and grab my come along real quick and see if I can bend that pipe so I can drop the second pipe in. Stay tuned. Alright, so here we go, guys. Let's see if it's going to work for us. You know what? So far it is working. Just got to go ahead and move this piece of stump right here out the way so we can go ahead and get this other pipe in. Alright, like I say, it is working. But that pipe, this tree stump is right here in the way. So let's go ahead and get that taken care of. All right. Okay, guys, so the tree stump right there, I have been piling this tree stump, and so what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to go ahead and sawzall the tree stump out of the ground, because this is real hard to get it out from right here where the fence is. There's a whole wiggle room here for me to get it out, so I'm going to sawzall the wood stump out. Right? Right, so here we go. Okay, so here we go, guys. See what she do for us. Aha, so far so good. Okay, guys, and I don't know if y'all can see that. We have that pipe real nice and bent. So now I'm going to go ahead and push that pipe on in so we can go ahead and lay it. Okay, so right in this area right here, I am going to have to shave off some of that dirt to fit the pipe in on that end. Okay, guys, and so now that I have this dug out a little bit more to where that I can get this pipe on in, and so now it's time to drop that pipe on in. And one of the things to note with doing this right here, guys, you want to make sure that your pipe is not straight. You want to make sure it's at an angle wherever the water is coming from. You want to make sure it's at that angle to the direction where you want the water to run. So we have it right at a little steep, you know, going downhill to make sure that this water is flowing out where we wants it to go. All right, so let's go ahead and see how this worked out. Drop this pipe in. And so far it's looking good. And that is what we want. See if I can bend them back this way just a little bit. And I'm going to have to go ahead and grab a T-post so I can keep it at an angle. And the reason for this right here is so that whenever, if it's a lot of water coming in, it can just go ahead and come on in over from the side instead of it flowing over. Okay, so that is why I did this point like this right here. All right, and so now we're gonna go ahead and start backfilling this area here. Now what I'm going to do next is I'll show you guys. Okay guys, and so that is it right there for for trench 1. Now I'm gonna go ahead and move on over there to trench 2, and once I get through, I'll go ahead and show you guys the finishing touch. All right, so stay tuned. Okay guys, and yes, that right there is the finishing touch. The finishing touch. I'm going to show you guys what it is looking like. It is, yes, a little bit messy right now. All this dirt is still wet and mucky, but guys, so far it's looking good. I'm gonna show you everything covered up, then I'm gonna go back there to the end of the pipe and show you what it's draining, what it's looking like back there on the outlet side. All right, so stay tuned. Okay guys, and so look at that. That right there is with the pipes installed. If y'all can listen, y'all hear that water running, and it's doing exactly what I wanted to do. All that water is draining out. Now, no more mosquito larvae. That is a wrap, and that's a good thing. All right, so now the overview of what we have accomplished here today. That is it. Now, if y'all can see, no more sit in water. And now later on, what I'm going to go ahead and do, I do have those bricks up there. I have some more stones that I'm gonna come and put down inside of this area here, and then at a later date we may have some gravel drop on this little strip right here. And if y'all can look and see right in that area, that's where all that water is coming from. Whenever it rained real hard, all that water come on down to that point, Now I'm gonna go on the other end and show you guys what it is draining like and what it's looking like. All right. Okay, and so that right there is what we are looking like. It is working fantastic. That is what we want. Now look at that one right there. It's just trickling just a little bit. Not a whole lot of water coming out. A lot of it I've already ran out. But look at that, guys. If you were to ask me, I would say job well done. Started on it yesterday, came back through today and finished it up. Now look at that. That is what we're looking for. The water is just running. Now on this back side right here, what I am going to do, because this is in my goat pen, and so coyote might not be able to fit inside of here, but a fox probably will be able to come on through. So on this side I'm going to go ahead and throw some rocks down, but first I may put a little piece of mesh, a chicken wire, to keep any kind of critters from coming through these pipes right here. And I'm gonna come and throw some rocks in this area just so that whenever it do a lot of water come, it won't wash this spot right here out, because yes, that will happen. A heavy flow of water come through here, it will just wash it away. Okay guys, so that is it right there. Okay guys, and so that is it for this project here today on the homestead. And I just want to say thanks to each and every one of you out there for stopping by, coming along with me on this journey here. But nonetheless guys, I just want to say, don't look at a job or look at some work and be defeated. You just got to come on out, put your hand to the plow, and just chip at the bit little at a time, little at a time. And as you can see, it is a job well done. We dug 2 trench right here, got them knocked out, laid our pipe, and as y'all can see how that water is running beautifully. We have everything sloped just right for that water to run on downhill. And so guys, I just want to say thanks to each and every one of you guys out there for stopping by the Humble Servant Homestead. Now if you like the content that you guys got here today, go ahead, throw that thumbs up, like, subscribe, and also share this video with someone out there, because I know I'm not the only one that had this problem here. Somebody else out there, and just letting you know you can get it done. You don't have to run out and rent a machine. You know, of course it would have been a little bit easier, but just coming out here and getting that workout, getting stronger, that's what it's about for me. Okay, so guys, just want to say peace and blessings to each and every one of you guys out there. Have a blessed day.